Charles would have to wait for his third victory in the Octagon. Instead of finding one, his next fight would be a brutal setback. It was a fight against Donald the Cowboy Cerrone.
When you look at Charles' style, very aggressive, which kind of plays into your style a little bit. You know, very aggressive. You love those kind of fights. Do you think this has that kind of potential?
Absolutely. This is going to be a barn burner, baby.
Cerrone outstruck Oliveira and constantly pressed forward with a single aim, finishing him. He landed many precise combinations and devastating leg kicks. Eventually, Cerrone landed a hard body shot that hurt Oliveira and swarmed all over him with a fury of punches that made the referee call the fight.
Talk about your stand-up tonight, because it was sharp.
That's just what I do. Kickboxing's my thing, you know, so.
Charles bounced back from that loss with 2 subsequent wins against Eric Wisely and Jonathan Brookins, both of them submissions.
Quando eu entrei no Ultimate, eu falei que ia melhorar em tudo. Pô, meu jiu-jitsu cada vez mais, sempre mais ágil, indo pra cima.
There's things you can get away with other fighters that you cannot get away with Oliveira.
Pô, tô treinando muito Muay Thai, muito boxe, a parte do MMA, então graças a Deus tá dando resultado.
After the loss from Cerrone, Oliveira went down to featherweight in hopes that he'll better manage his competition there. However, after winning those 2 bouts, he again faced a losing streak against legends Cub Swanson and Frankie Edgar. The loss against Swanson was a particularly vicious one.
Cub is more of an in-and-out guy, and he keeps his hands down low and sneaks shots on you. He does a lot of weird shit.
As he lost due to TKO after Swanson caught him flush to the left eye.
Good right hand over the top. And he's hurt. Yeah, he's done. And it is all over. He's done.
Declaring the winner by knockout, Cub Swanson.
Frankie Edgar and Charles Oliveira. Big featherweight matchup here tonight in Las Vegas. He hurt him. He hurt him with the right hand. He hurt him. Frankie, one of the busiest takedown artists in the UFC. Win, lose, or draw, that Charles Oliveira kid is world class. What a battle!
The story of Oliveira's career, as you can already see, is one that has its ups and downs.
Ninguém vai ser invicto pro resto da vida, ninguém vai ser o melhor pro resto da vida, tá ligado? Então, tipo, sou um cara muito de fé, igual eu falei, eu acho que, tipo, era os momentos de perder, foi os momentos certos, tá ligado?
After the loss to Edgar, Oliveira quickly rebounded with 4 consecutive wins against Andy Ogle, Hatsuhioki, Jeremy Stevens, and Nick Lentz. The win against Ogle was of particular significance since Oliveira got to show his talent in front of his home crowd. At the UFC Fight Night 36 that was held at the Arena Jaragua in Jaragua do Sul, Brazil. During the fight, Oliveira reminded everyone of the submission artist that he is. He locked Ogle in a super tight triangle choke from the bottom that immediately made him tap.
Look at this, Oliveira with the triangle choke. He cinched it in beautifully, and those legs just squeezed the neck of Andy Ogle.
Thus, Oliveira improved his UFC record to 5-4 with his Performance of the Night win. In his next fight, he would again get the Performance of the Night award with his win against Hatsuhioki.
As we get set for this battle at 145.
Beautiful entry into a takedown from Oliveira.
The Brazilian really picking up the pace here, Kenny.
Submitting his opponent with a Darce choke.
And now sitting to guard,
Charles Oliveira, the first to submit, Hatsuhioki.
Oliveira was again showing flashes of his brilliance to the world, showing that he's ready for more seasoned opponents. He didn't manage to get the tap from his next opponent, Jeremy Stevens.
Charles Oliveira, yes, that is a featherweight. Do not adjust your televisions. taking on number 10 in the world, Jeremy Stevens.
But Oliveira again managed to put on a clinic with his relentless effort to submit Stevens. His dominance earned him a unanimous win in the co-main event at the TUF 20 finale event in Las Vegas. The win in the rematch against Nick Lentz earned Oliveira a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage.
Nick Lentz could go out here. That's extremely tight.
Charles Oliveira closes the rivalry.
At UFC Fight Night 74, he fought none other than one of the most talented strikers in the division, the then number 5 ranked Max Holloway, in a title elimination contest.
I'm a fighter, you know, the way I approach fights is like, I approach the fight like it's my first and my last, because you never know in this sport, right?
Oliveira seemed uneasy during the fight, and couldn't get Holloway to the ground, neither managing to hold his own on his feet. Unfortunately, the bout was waved off after just 1 minute and 39 seconds when Oliveira dropped to the floor and appeared to clutch his neck and shoulder region. Holloway was awarded a TKO win, and Oliveira was rushed to the hospital in the Canadian city of Saskatoon.
It's a part of the game, and it's kind of sad to see that happen. You know, this is how we make a living, you know, so all my prayers to Charles. I hope he can have a full recovery.
It was one of the occasions where critics called him a quitter and that he has no heart. The UFC said that Oliveira suffered a micro tear in his esophagus, the muscular tube connecting to the throat with the stomach through which food passes.
Someone said torn esophagus. I saw other people saying his shoulder. I saw people saying was his neck.
Quando eu fiquei internado, alguns repórter louco falou que era esôfago.
What is going on? What is the true story? No, he should come out with a true story, a true statement.
It was an unusual injury that threatened to derail Oliveira's career. Oliveira explained in an interview that 20 days before the fight, he fell on his head during a training session, but still kept training.
Uns 20 dias mais ou menos antes da luta, eu tomei uma queda, eu bati a cabeça, e mesmo assim eu continuei no treino de wrestling.
When he suffered the injury during the Holloway fight, he said that he couldn't move the entirety of the left side of his body, and thought that he would never walk again.
Eu lembro que, tipo, eu na minha cabeça pensava que eu nunca mais ia andar. Eu falei, mano, já era, não ando mais, eu vou ficar paraplégico e tal.
It was 3 days of hell being in the hospital after that fight, echoing his previous stay in a hospital in Brazil when doctors told him he should stay away from intense exercise. But Charles Oliveira is no ordinary man, and the man hates being stuck in the hospital. Just 3 months after the fight with Holloway and his gruesome injury, he got back into the Octagon and defeated Miles Jury during the UFC on Fox 17 event on December 19, 2015.
Looking to connect the hands. He's got the hands connected. Now he's hanging on the neck. Jury's in all sorts of trouble.
It's all over! Charles Oliveira!
This sparked another hot and cold streak of wins and losses in both the featherweight and lightweight categories. However, one loss particularly stands out. It was the fight against veteran Paul Felder at UFC 218.
And I'm going to take this line from Dominic Cruz, but Dominic hit it on the head. Paul Felder is one of the toughest human beings I've ever seen in my life.
First and foremost, I'm a fighter. This is what I do.
He is coming for you. He's search and destroy whatever he has to take in the process. If he's got to take 3 to give 1, he'll take that deal. He'll sign off on it right now.
I like to go out there, throw down, and put on exciting fights.
After an early takedown to start the fight, Felder soon found himself in trouble against the more experienced grappler.
Tremendous grappling ability. This is his strength.
As Felder looked to scramble back to his feet, Oliveira locked up a Darce choke.
Oliveira sliding that arm through. It looks like he's looking for a Darce choke.
He then rolled to cinch it in tighter as Felder struggled to defend. But Felder wouldn't give in. He did just enough to follow Oliveira from one position to the next. Oliveira finally eased the pressure. But that gave Felder a chance to go to work with Oliveira on strikes before the round ended. Felder soon found himself back on the ground at the start of the second round.